This is the vlog for October 16th, 2018. And something very weird happened tonight. YouTube went down. Now, say what you will about YouTube's policy toward shutting down videos with copyright infringement claims against them, or the way they try and get people to do stuff for monetization. As a resource where people can post videos that they have made themselves that are then essentially saved for as long as YouTube remains alive, they are fantastic. That's how they became the powerhouse that they are. It was a concept that really hadn't existed before. A place where you could upload videos and show them to anybody. Can you imagine a world without that? Because that's what the world was like before 2003 or 4 when it actually came out. The very first time somebody linked me a YouTube video, it was in a chat about World of Warcraft, because World of Warcraft doesn't allow for direct linking that you can click on. You can't actually copy and paste anything in Warcraft chat by default. There are mods to get around that. So we had an MRIC channel that we used to communicate chiefly between the Horde and the Alliance, but also just a place where we could BS about stuff outside the game and share links. And somebody shared a link to a YouTube video, and I was like, what's YouTube? And they're like, oh, it's a video site. Didn't think much of it. I can't remember if it was an actual video capture or if it was somebody's cell phone camera, which wasn't even really a thing then either. When YouTube went up, there were no smartphones. When YouTube went up, I was still in college. When YouTube went up, the internet was a different place. And when it was down, and it was only down for a little bit tonight, I think it's back up now, and I should be able to upload this when I'm finished, and hopefully it won't have some sort of outage again while it's in the middle of uploading, because that would kill my upload, and that would be sad. I wouldn't want that. But even for an hour, probably less than that for when it was down, I got a little scared. Not that I was going to lose all these videos for all time, or even that YouTube itself might not ever come back and I wouldn't have that resource that I've just spoken so highly of. I was scared because I hadn't realized how important various functions on the internet were to me. I hear about denial of service attacks and sites being hacked. A lot of sites have had their databases hacked and have passwords strewn across the internet. I was the victim of one of those. When Sony was hacked during the PS3 era, somebody stole my information and used it to buy a whole bunch of stuff on my debit card, but I never actually lost any money to that particular scheme. And it did make me a lot more security-oriented, I guess you could say, with my passwords and with my online accounts in general. But this one, YouTube, I mean, there are two major sites, I can say this with great certainty, there are two major sites that I use with enough regularity that they don't have a subfolder. They're located in my bookmark bar. They're the two sites to the furthest left on my bookmarks bar. They're the first two sites basically that I'm going to go to for anything. One is Wikipedia, the other is YouTube. Wikipedia is essentially the grand sum of all human knowledge, such that it is, saved in one collection of websites that anybody can use for free anytime they have an internet connection. If I lost Wikipedia, I would go into a depression, the likes of which I can't even fathom. If I lost YouTube, I'd be confused and angry because of its ability to do what I'm doing right now, just sharing my life with whoever ends up stumbling across these videos. I don't want to say I'm dependent on it. I mean, this project is dependent on YouTube continuing to exist and function as it does now. And thankfully, it's only going to have taken a year from February 19th, 2018 to February 19th, 2019. It, it just occurred to me that the last day of this vlog project is going to be 2/19/2019, or at least 2/19/2019 technically. Honest to goodness, I did not set it up that way. It's just kind of weird. Okay, but it makes you take stock of what's important in your life, what you take for granted in everyday life, and it makes me remember that there are people and circumstances far different from my own who have never had access to things like Wikipedia or YouTube or, in fact, the internet in general. There are people in countries where internet activity is so heavily policed that even if they had internet access, they would probably never be able to visit either of those sites, because those sites deal in the free communication of ideas and truth, in the case of Wikipedia especially. And truth, such that it is, can be a matter of perspective. But without Wikipedia, I don't think that very concept would make a lot of sense to some people. I'm sometimes a little bit bitter that I didn't have Wikipedia when I was going to school. It existed in sort of a proto form that didn't quite make muster as far as references were concerned. Nowadays it's a lot better, but it also contains bibliographic information so that you can go and find where the information in the article is located and then use those sources, quote those sources in papers and research, and that makes for a stronger and more compelling argument, certainly, than just using Wikipedia itself. But YouTube, I like YouTube. I don't like everything that the people that run YouTube do or have us do, but as the core concept, as a place to share video of ourselves with each other, it's something I would definitely not want to live without. And that's food for thought. I'm Eric Spornitz, and tomorrow will be better.